Welcome to the first episode of Psychic Saturday, where the focus is on being of service and helping other sensitives, empaths, and intuitives safely develop their own badass gifts. So we're not going to do mediumship stuff. What we're going to do is psychic person-to-person exercises. And each week, I'm going to have a very simple exercise that people can practice throughout the week and start to tap in to develop your abilities. The reason I'm not getting into any mediumship is because there are other things that need to be covered first before somebody opens himself up to the spirit realm. If you're not familiar with, how that works or what to do or how to stay protected, it's just not right. It's not safe for me to encourage anybody to do that. So what this focus is going to be on is person-to-person psychic ability, being able to remote view, essentially just being able to pick up on those electric, firings in people's brains and be able to accurately interpret what it is. So we're not, there's no, spirit activity that we're going to be getting into here. It's simply, what some people would call ESP. So we're going to be working on developing the clairvoyance ability. So today's exercise is real simple. It's simply picking a color. I've got 4 different colors I want you to see. One of them's red. One of them's black. One of them is orange. So remember these 4. We got red, black, orange, and pink. Those are the options. And what I'm going to do is, and I do this in my classes as a group, and I give a lot of feedback. I won't be able to do the back and forth feedback, but if you do want to do this exercise, leave what you got in the comments below, and I'll do my best. I can't promise I can get to everybody's comments, but I'll do my best to get to the ones that really seem interested in wanting to learn and maybe need a little bit of help with discernment. Totally about empowering people instead of performing and showing you what I can do. At this point, it's more important for me to help other people unlock their potential so that you can get your own answers within your soul and trust that. So that's what's really the energy behind this. So it's very simple. I'm going to choose, remember the options are red, black, orange, and pink. First one I've chosen, one of those colors I'm holding, and I am going to be sending, and it doesn't matter if you watch the replay, if you hop on this a month later than I've recorded and posted it. Time does not matter in other dimensions. Distance does not matter. If somebody taps into their psychic person-to-person abilities, it doesn't matter if you're sitting in the same room or you're halfway across the globe. Anybody who has some innate psychic ability and has picked up on things from other sides of the globe, that's why. So, it doesn't matter if you're not sitting here or if you're not doing it live. So I am going to be sending the color, and I'm visualizing the color, and I'm sending it out to the collective consciousness. I'm wrapping people in the color. I'm repeating it in my mind. I'm visualizing things that are that color. So maybe if it's a car that pops up for you instead of a color, what color is a car? If you're not seeing any image in your mind, are you hearing one of the colors? Lots of different ways people get information. So I've sent out that energy. Okay, now here's the reveal. Red. Okay, so red could present itself a lot of different ways. Some people might just, red, it's red, you see the color red, or a red car, or you see an apple, or you see a basket of strawberries, or you see a picnic table, picnic table cover. That's red. That would indicate that you've tapped in. Now, if you're not getting these first time, please don't stress. Please don't say, oh, I'm not psychic, I can't do this. When I do my classes, this is one of the first exercises that we do. And I've taught the class, I believe, 9 times now. It's what I look for. A hit rate is when people get it right. So when I see a hit rate that's 40% or above, we're off to a good start. Nobody will ever get all of the exercises right all of the time. Everyone has their own specialties and different things that we're passionate about. And that has a lot to do with whether the exercise is compatible with your abilities. You know, a big part of my practice is seeing colors, because that's how I find chakra imbalances and see people's auras and what that means. And you know, I won't go off on that tangent, but I just wanted to start with colors because it's simple. Now, the other three that are left are black, orange, and pink. So I'm going to hold up the next one, and I'm sending this color out, wrapping it around people, sending it out. And I also want to mention too, if you have a color that's popped into your mind, and then the doubting part of yourself says, well, what if it's this? Well, what if it's that? What if it's this? I thought it was that. And then maybe, oh, geez, well, what if it's this? Once you've started negotiating, your thinking mind has taken control, and you're no longer letting your intuition, letting intuitive information flow in. So if you go right to the back and forth negotiating, take a deep breath, just take a pause, and probably wait to the next one. Don't try to fight through, is it this, is it that, is it this, is it that? When you get psychic clarity, it flows to you effortlessly like water. It shouldn't be like a tug of war. So I'm going to reveal this color. Next was pink. So I'm interested if anybody, in ways that people did pick up on pink, how you picked up on that. And also, there are emotions and certain symbolic meanings with each color. So if you're seeing something and it's real clear to you, but you can't figure out how it connects to the color, leave a comment, and I'm happy to help try to discern that in the best way possible, so that it'll help you navigate. What I want to do is encourage people to start to, instead of looking for other people to be their guru, I want people to be able to awaken and honor and trust your own intuition, your own knowing, your own abilities. You know, this isn't woo-woo, you know, fringe stuff. There's 80% of the brain science doesn't even know what it's for. And I definitely trust God enough that he wouldn't put a whole bunch of 80% of junk up in there. So, and again, we're not doing spirit communication, so there is no risk of bringing in any dark entities. With simply an intuition exercise. Okay, so the two colors remaining are black and orange. So I'm holding this and I'm sending this color out. And once you send, and the reason why this works, if someone's not live, or if you're halfway across the globe, is because the psychic web of communication called the collective consciousness, it wraps around the whole globe. There's lots of different layers. So once I make an imprint, and anybody that comes back to this video and watches that, if you intentionally try to connect to this imprint that I have left in the 5D web of consciousness, you will be able to access it and pull from it at any time. Nothing is lost, nothing is wasted. Ever. So I hope, this is also a lesson in the interconnectedness of all things. So this one I got was black. So maybe you saw, and I know black, a lot of people might associate with, darkness when we're talking in terms of, good versus evil. Black itself is not a bad thing. In fact, one of our chakras called the foundational chakra is deep, deep black. It's shiny, deep black. It's also called the plug. It's below the root chakra, and it's about 3 to 4 feet below the physical body. That's what anchors us to the 3D realm. So, and I, never want to suggest that anyone should ever run up to somebody and say, I see something and you're going to die. But when the foundational chakra gets dislodged, that's why some people call it the plug, and it pulls up and it's no longer embedded in the earth. Usually that person has a very terminal illness, and they, from my experience and with other mediums that can see chakras and have worked with people energetically, it's about 3 to 4 months that the person has to live. A little side lesson on the chakras in there. So, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So obviously the only one left is orange, but we need to have some other options. So it could, the three that I'm going to choose from, this last one are orange, pink, and red. And don't assume that because I haven't done one of them that that's the one I'll do. So I'm just going to randomly pick one. So I don't even know what it is. Okay. So our fourth one is, I'm sending this color out, wrapping it around everybody. I'm repeating the word in my mind. Allow yourself just to take a step back and observe your thoughts that flow. Instead of trying to control your thoughts, sit back, relax, and visualize your inner mind like a movie screen that your higher self can just put images in front of. It's called mental mediumship. That's how clairvoyance works. Okay, so the last one was orange. So I'm interested to hear your feedback, how that felt for you. Again, we're not going to do any spirit communication stuff. You know, there needs to be a lot more for people that are brand new at this. I don't want to encourage people to start dabbling in spirit communication unless they know, how to protect themselves, how to protect their space, potentially protect their loved ones from, opening up a pathway to something that you don't want to. So we're going to keep it real safe and just stick to person stuff here. So I hope you found that helpful and interesting, and leave your comments and tell me what you got. I can't wait to respond.